We can also divide numbers, letters with exponents, and something like this: m to the 5th power divided by m to the 3rd power. So that would be equal to 5 minus 3. It's always the top exponent minus the bottom exponent, and I get m to the 2nd power, or m squared. So we always subtract the top one and subtract the bottom one. Another thing I want to tell you is, say I had a 3 up here and a 5 down here, it would be 3 minus 5, m to the 3 minus 5 power, m to the negative 2 power. And anytime you see a negative exponent, that means to write the reciprocal. So that is equal to 1 over m to the 2nd power. Now, we always like to leave our exponents in positive exponents. So if you do have a negative exponent, you want to change it. Okay, so if I had 1 over m to the negative 2, that would be equal to m squared. And if I had m to the negative 2nd power, that is equal to 1 over m squared. So that is how to divide in using letters and using the exponent rules. This works for all letters, and it also works for numbers if you have numbers with exponents. The next thing I want to show you is a power of a power. So if I had something like 3 squared cubed, that's interesting. So what you're going to do here is you are not going to add the exponents this time. You are going to multiply the exponents. That's called power of a power, and you can also do this with letters. So that's equal to m to the 6th power. We have another rule of exponents, is that every time you see a number to the 0 power, that is equal to 1. Same goes for a letter. Any letter to the 0 power is equal to 1. It is not 0, it is 1. If I had 5 to the 1st power, that is equal to 5. M to the 1st power is equal to m. Anything to the 1st power is just itself. Okay, and so those are the properties for exponents. I just want to do a little more complicated problem for you here. And what if I had something like I have mn squared times m squared times n. How can I, now if I had a plus sign here like this, I cannot combine these terms unless they are multiplied. With a plus sign, this is a polynomial, and this is also a trinomial. But with multiplication signs here, which is a dot, multiplication can be signified or shown to you with a dot. An X for times, but since we're using letters, we don't use X because that might get confusing between X's and the time symbol. But we can also show multiplication by using parentheses like this. Means the same thing. Okay, but I can combine my M's and my N's because I'm doing just multiplication. So here I have 1M, 2m. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Here I have 2 n's and 1 n, so n. So this simplifies to m cubed, n cubed. So this is my final answer. So that you can also show this by m, n, n, m, m, n. And you can see I have 1, 2, 3 m's, 1, 2, 3 n's. Okay, so you can either add exponents or write them out like this, but of course this is a little easier. So that would be multiplying with using the letters, okay, and using my rules for the exponents. Now, if I'm dividing, we could use something like this. Y to the 15th power divided by y to the 11th power. That is equal to y to the 15 minus 11, which is equal to y to the 4th power. Okay, also we could do something like this. Get it a little bit more complicated here. I'm going to erase this. What if I had something like this? 12m squared n over 3mn. Okay, so here we have multiplication and division in one problem. So I can take my whole numbers and I can divide them as normal. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. Here I have 2 minus 1. So that would be m. And here I have 1 minus 1, or n over n is equal to 1. So that actually cancels out. So this is my final answer. So what do you think? I hope that helps in the next step to learning algebra. I'll see you in the next video.